police policy, Memphis police policy, it's considered deadly force. So when you apply this deadly force to this man who's on the ground, he now becomes a victim. He now becomes a victim. But nobody intervenes. There's more kicks. There's more kicks. There's more punches. There's more punches. There's more kicks. That's why we're here.
Oh, wow.
That's why we're here. I believe it was Mr. Perry who talked about split-second decision. A split-second decision will be somebody running through a red light, making a decision, should I beat it, should I not, should I beat it, should I not, trying to beat it and having a car accident. That wasn't this case. Tyre Nichols was beaten for 2 minutes. From first kick to last kick. For 2 minutes. And in between that time, each one of these officers sitting in this courtroom could have done something. Each one of these officers could have said something. This was not a split-second decision. Smoke and mirrors. And maybe the best smoke and mirror of it all is this whole notion that these officers were just trying to handcuff Tyre Nichols. Tyre Nichols could have just put his hand behind his back, said, you got me, you got me. But when they first approached Tyre Nichols, what did he say? All right, threw his hands up. So how do we even get on the ground? But even when we're on the ground, you know that character witness who came and said and testified on behalf of Mr. Smith, who talked about the dangerous arrest he made with Mr. Smith, who talked about the person who had been pepper sprayed. He was on one side, another officer was on another side, and guess what Smith did? He grabbed his feet, and they were able to give him handcuffs. Guess what they could have did with Tyre Nichols was on that ground? They could have grabbed his feet and been able to give him handcuffs. But nobody said grab his feet. Nobody said, hey, it's 4 of us out here. You get one arm, I get one arm. Somebody stand on his feet. And to the very end, until the actual patrolman came in and grabbed his feet. That's how he got handcuffed. It wasn't because Haiti and Martin kicked him again. It was because somebody out there had the sense to say that. And Justice Smith knew how to, because he had done it before. This wasn't about trying to get him handcuffed. And we know that because we know witnesses have testified, defense counsel have gotten up here and said it repeatedly. When the handcuffs go on, the fighting stops. When the handcuffs go on, can't do anything, can't hit them. Well, isn't it reasonable to believe that these officers weren't trying to get those handcuffs on him because they wanted to punish him for running, because they wanted to punch him because they pepper sprayed themselves? Tyre Nichols didn't grab a pepper spray can.
He definitely did not.
They
And
don't
that's
want those
why
handcuffs on.
it ain't finna be in their favor. They just better get ready. She's so pretty.
The ones that haven't fallen
She
off
got
during the
a good case.
They're asking for his hands, but they have his hands. They're asking for his hands if 2 officers have his hands and he's being punched.
Right.
This is not about trying to handcuff Tyre Nichols. But that's what they want you to believe is my guy was holding him, Shadarius B. and Justice Smith just holding him, trying to get him handcuffs. They didn't have any intent
I have to mute this
to hold him so he
again.
can get
But if she's still up here, I start it back.